investigation ran about a group chat where not so nice things were said about the client trainer, right? But the investigation is concluded, and the decision has been made for you to be separated.
Okay, and before you guys do that, when I look...
Baby, don't try and fight your case. It's over with. It's over with. It's done. Once they've made their decision, there ain't nothing you can say right now that's going to get you unfired. You fired. And if y'all saw, she said fired again. So this is repetitive behavior. She used to getting fired. Fired for her is something that she expects to happen at a job. Not for her to leave because she got fired again. And I hope they not on video call seeing you with this rug draped around your body. You got to take that off, put on a nice clean shirt. I'm not going to say that shirt dirty, but that shirt just too, you got everything hanging out. You got everything hanging out. You need to put that away, baby girl, if you're going to be working and be on camera. If you're not on camera, cool, but you definitely got to cover that up and take that rug off of you. But let's hear why she got fired. And, hold on. Other thing. These people at work is not your friend. Y'all having group chats talking trash. These group chats is not for you to talk the same way you talk on your personal group chats. These is for work. These are not your friends. This is not where you talk trash or say anything even close to looking like you being ignorant, being rude, or being mean to somebody. Because you know they can pull the records for these group chats. They can pull the backlogs. Even when you think you deleted it and you looking it over, they pull the backlogs directly from the source and can see what you wrote and what you said in the time that you did it. So let's see why she got fired exactly.
The chat, I didn't say anything degrading towards Trisha, only about that I wasn't learning anything. So what specifically is the reason that I'm getting terminated?
So I didn't do the investigation.
Yeah, so, Amanda, there's an appropriate way to give feedback, which is through the appropriate channels, like, hey, here's specific behavior I have an issue with. Here's what I would like to see happen.
I did, Miss Bernie. I told Miss Trisha, I told Bajan, and we even had a meeting all together where I expressed, I said, didn't we even speak to Miss Bernie about the training not being, we weren't learning anything. She was just basically reading off the screen, and we can read that, so after saying this so many times, and I even told them today in the meeting, I've said this over and over, like I've learned how to verify. It is some things I did learn, but a lot of it is because I already knew how to do this because I worked Kaiser Permanente and benefits before. So a lot of this I already knew, but the stuff I didn't know, I'm trying to learn from her and I can't learn it. So I'm basically expressing my concern and she's just shrugging me off. So like,
well, if you spoke to them directly about your concern, what was the point of saying it in the group chat as well? Why did you need to put it on record as well? If you spoke to them face to face or on the Zoom call, cool. Why you also gotta put it on the record? And just because you know something, it don't hurt to know it again and learn it again. You don't gotta tell them, I know how to do this. But what you could do going forward is just say, thank you for the training. Can we focus on these areas? And the areas that you ask them to focus on are just the areas that you don't know. Instead of trying to come at some, because people will perceive it as you coming at them. Even if you just giving advice and you just expressing and giving a review of that training, people gonna take it as you throwing shots at them. Because a lot of these trainings are just boring. People really are just reading the cards and the slides like she said. But you gotta be very delicate with these corporate America people. You can't be as real and authentic as they say that they want you to be. You gotta treat these people with kid gloves. And so I don't think she's wrong by telling them that they are training her on stuff she already knows how to do. But I think there is a corporate America way to do it, in which now she's just gonna have to learn the hard way, unfortunately, by getting fired. But the job also needs to consider what she's saying, because I can guarantee there are more people that feel just like her, that they already noticed y'all just wasting time making them do these dumb trainings. So the job is at fault, and she's a little bit at fault, mainly because of the way she dressed, honestly.
No statement, right? You did, several of you did give Bijan feedback. Hey, she's not matching my learning style. That's the appropriate way to provide that feedback. And we did take action based off of that feedback. Even though the outcome didn't exactly match what everybody was looking for, we did take action on that and on a couple of fronts, right? But it is not constructive and not professional to get in a group setting and complain. That's not how feedback should be delivered.
Yeah.
Right? So the decision was made by big bosses, okay? Based off of the fact that that wasn't the appropriate way to deliver feedback, and then there's this group chat where everybody's just really being just nasty and negative. And then also, I understand that some of it had to do with the reaction of all this coming to light, right? So that's why the decision was made to separate you from.
Oh, nah, I don't like this. Anything I said that it was her fault mainly, I'm not liking this. It sounds like the big bosses is weak. It sounds like they soft. They snowflakes. The big bosses saw this. And yes, there's a part where you need to understand that work is work, and these is not your friends, and these group chats are for work purposes, not to complain, not to talk about people, not to criticize people. She did the right thing by going and telling them and giving her feedback on the training, but the thing she shouldn't have done is participated in that group chat, because what I actually think happened is other people said some nasty and disgusting things, and just because she was in that group chat and she had made a comment in that group chat, she got sucked into it, even if she didn't say anything that was malicious or mean. Just because other people did it, she's guilty by association. So that brings me back to the point that these big bosses are just snowflakes and delicate. Their reaction to the group chat, why y'all not firing the person who did the training? Y'all told them that they did a poor job and that they needed change. Wasn't it their job to curate the training so that it fit the needs of the employees? That means they didn't do their job. And y'all gonna fire her. I get if other people was cussing and saying stuff, but if she was just complaining, as you say, and she didn't say anything disgusting or rude or call anybody out, y'all could just reprimand her. Y'all gotta fire her all the way. I'm with you, baby. I'm with you with your hair matching the rug. I now notice that. I'm not dissing you no more. I'm with you. They fired you incorrectly. And if you heard them stumbling when she asked, why am I getting fired? And the lady was, and she was stuttering, that's because they just bringing her in because of what other people were saying. I don't care if the big bosses is shocked by seeing this reaction. Tell them pull their britches up, put their big boy drawers and big girl drawers on, and stand up to it. They need to bring a better product and bring a better training for their employees so that it fits. But then these same jobs will ask for honest reviews and opinions from their employees, but then when they get them, now they shocked. They want to hear their honest thoughts from their employees, but they only want those thoughts to fit the narratives that they have in their head. That's why when you do them yearly reviews, you better lie. Give 5 stars, say everything is perfect. And if you actually have an issue, Zoom your manager and y'all can talk about it there. Do not put it on paper. Do not put it on record. And don't think these people is your friends. That is the main thing. These people ain't your friends. They don't care about you. So please, if you have a complaint, you got something to say, get your manager on a Zoom, on a phone call, face to face, and have that conversation and discussion.
Basically violating the VXR values.
But, I mean, what reaction? All I did was explain to the same thing I'm telling you. Basically, exactly what I told them is what I'm telling you. So what other reaction was I supposed to have when we're basically expressing our concerns in VXI is just like, well, you know, we can't do anything about it. You just got to go through training. Like, I told them, like, it's like I'm being set up to fail. You're like, you guys want us to do a job, but we can't do a job if we're not getting trained properly. But I mean, I knew this was going to happen, honestly.
Well, I do understand that. And you know, if you would like to dispute it, you're welcome to reach out to hrkaiser@vxi.com, and you can dispute it. But this was an investigation conducted by upper management, and these were the decisions that were made. So, do you have any other questions?
Nope.
Okay, Amanda, what I do need you to do is to go to your workday and clock out and make sure you submit your hours, so we'll make sure you're fully paid for all the time that you work here. And then we'll
Oh, that's terrible. That is crazy. But she right though. She valid. It's just with these snowflake companies, you just can't put it on record like that. But I lastly want to know why she got fired again. What did she do the first time at the first job? Is this something that is repetitive that she is continuously doing? She keep getting fired? She keep complaining? There's a lot to this story I wish I knew. But guys, let me know down below your thoughts in the comments. Honestly, I think she was wrongfully fired. I think the only thing she did wrong was put it on record, on paper, by sending it through Teams and being a part of a group chat in which other people was thrashing and being disrespectful to the trainers. So she guilty by association, unfortunately. That's how corporate America goes. But let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Was this her fault or not? Make sure you hit that subscribe and the like button. I'm out of here. Peace.